What is going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar, and welcome back to the PPL Team Builders. Now, this is going to probably be a much longer video than what they were in the past seasons for a couple different reasons. I really want to go in depth on my sets because I'm thinking a lot more in depth in them. I'm also, hold on, let me move my mic a little bit closer. There we go. I'm also sorry about my hair. I'm tired. I don't feel like showering. I got home from work and yeah. But, like I was saying, this is probably going to be a much longer video process than what it was in the past season of the PPL for a couple different reasons. I'm thinking a lot more in depth on my sets. I have a much different team. I think that's how that would be worded. I have a very different team compared to last season to where I can do that, to where I can do very specific EV spreads with everything and explain a lot better as to my thought process in this match. So, my first opponent is the newcomer, Franc in the FC Volcarona. His team will be popping up on the screen up there. It is Mega Gardevoir, Starmie, Hippowdon, Cobalion, Rotom-Mow, Entei, Golbat, Snorlax, Poliwrath, Stoutland, Spinda. This team, it's very hard to describe because it's not something to where he has an insane team matchup. It's not something where I'm like, I have no idea what to bring. It's also not a team builder to where I have to be like, well, this is going to be an easy match, because it's not. Franc is not an easy opponent. Franc is a fantastic battler. Franc is one of the type of battlers where you never know what they're going to bring. He does a series where he brought a Weedle and a Kakuna into OU. Try predicting that. It's impossible. So I'm kind of going into this planning and expecting everything. I had a couple practice matches. As you guys know, real quick, if you don't do practice matches, you're missing out. And I think you're doing something wrong. I think you need to do practice matches. If you don't, you're going to be spooked AF when the actual game comes around. So just do practice matches. It really helps out. Gets the heebie-jeebies out, if you know what I mean. So looking at his team, there are three things about that kind of sort of spook me like crazy. Curselax is one of them. Rotom-Mow is the second one, and actually the third is kind of a combination of like Golbat and Gardevoir. The reason being is because neither one of them just straight up run through my team. Neither one of them wall my team completely. So it's kind of something that's like, ugh. Gotta watch out for that a little bit. Cobalion, probably one of the worst things that he could have brought to this match if he brings it. I don't know. I'm recording this on the 26th. We're not supposed to be battling until the 3rd. Yay for not procrastination. Not procrastinating. That's almost English. Entei is something that I'm not too worried about because I planned for it very well. Poliwrath is not something I'm worried about too much. Stoutland can be a little bit of a problem depending on the type of item it's holding. If it's holding a choice band, could be a little bit of a problem. However, then I can kind of sort of pivot around it very well if I bring Fortress and Alomomola and things like that. Along with Foul Play, Umbreon can live any one hit aside from a Adamant, Choice Band, and Superpower. And then Foul Play just does a shit ton of damage. So, there's that. But I have a very important team that I'm bringing to this match. Starting off, we are bringing Azumarill and Telemon. This Mon is something that is very key. 92 HP, EVs, 252 attack EVs, Adamant Nature with 164 speed EVs. Now, a lot of people when they see Azumarill, they instantly think either Belly Drum or Choice Banded. I don't like thinking like that. This thing is base 50 speed. It outspeeds a lot of slow sweepers and a lot of walls if you invest in speed, which I like to do. The 164 speed EVs, I cannot believe I'm about to say this, is to outspeed max speed Snorlax. If he decides to bring Belly Drum Snorlax with max speed, he can actually outspeed the vast majority of my walls. Like he can outspeed Umbreon that's uninvested, Alomomola that's uninvested, Amoonguss, and Reuniclus. All uninvested, and he can also bring Fire Punch for Fortress and outspeed that. So, I'm bringing max speed Azumarill. It does a decent amount to his team. What that also does is that allows me to hit him with a waterfall before he curses up. So if saved by some chance I don't kill it with another Pokemon that I have later on, and a waterfall is going to do a decent chunk of damage. It's not going to 2-hit KO it, but it does enough to where it forces him to rest, and then I can kind of sort of play around it a little bit. But the moves Waterfall and Aqua Jet, they're just there. THEY_RE and THERE. They're there for very strong water stab. I 2-hit KO Hippowdon no matter what. I also have really good priority for things like the Entei if it's going super scary with like Sacred Fires. I also have things, the priority is also there for Starmie. Believe it or not, it actually doesn't take it too well. It does about 15%, so if he's low and I don't want him to get off an extra life orbit, there you go. Cobalion, I'm not too worried about Cobalion coming. I don't think it'll come at all. Player does a shit ton of damage to it. Ice Punch is there for Rotom-Mow. It also 2-hit KOs specially defensive Golbat, which I think he's bringing physically defensive, but if I can knock off the Eviolite with some of my later Mons, then Ice Punch is an easy 2-hit KO. It does about 46% minimum, so depending on if he roosts and all that nonsense, it can 2-hit KO it if he's mixed defensive, so that's really nice. The speed also allows me to outspeed defensive Poliwrath. If he wants to bring Poliwrath to try to soak up waterfalls if he thinks I'm going to be banded, that's there for that. Play Rough is an easy 2-hit KO with Play Rough. It does about 80% easily. Aqua Jet is also there for Stoutland. Because Stoutland is a threat, I have to bring it. But that's basically it for Azumarill. Expert Belt over Choice Band because I do not want the Life Orb recoil. I do not want to be locked into any move because he can switch around it very easily because he has the things to resist all of its typing, so I want to be able to switch up as necessary. And yeah, that's about it for Azumarill. I really like this this Mon in this matchup. It works pretty well. I like it a lot. The second Mon on the team is Reuniclus. Now, Reuniclus is very standard, 252 HP, 244 defense, and 12 in speed. The 12 in speed is there in case he wants to put 4 speed EVs into Snorlax. I outspeed it. Kind of worried about Curselax. Sue me. I can Calm Mind up on it. I can 2-hit KO it with Psychic after 1 Calm Mind. 1 Calm Mind also allows me to not be 2-hit KO'd by Hyper Voice from Mega Gardevoir, so that's a plus. That's a thing. Shadow Ball is also there for Starmie. It also does about 60% to Mega Gardevoir after 1 Calm Mind, so that's cool too. Psychic is also there because I am expecting him to bring physically defensive Golbat. I'm bringing Psychic, so I don't hit him on the physical side. Psychic is also there for Rotom-Mow, because I think if he brings a bulky Rotom-Mow, I think it'll be physically defensive because of Azumarill. Duh. And Psychic does a lot to it. Also does a lot to Hippowdon, Shadow Ball for Starmie, Psychic for Cobalion to hit on the special side because its physically defensive is like base 120 or some shit like that. So it does a lot. And I can also live 1 Choice Bandage Crunch from a Stoutland. Pretty sure 1. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember that calc. I know I calced it, but I don't really remember it because I don't know. I'm tired. But Reuniclus, very standard, very obvious. There's no need to go super in-depth about it. So the next Mon on the team is actually going to be my Infernape. I'm actually not super happy with this set just because it's walled pretty decently. However, I need to run these 4 moves. I'm running Life Orb because I need the extra power. I'm running the 180 in attack because that's all I really need. Whenever you take that, I wanted to do 82% to Hippowdon. 82% exactly. Which you'll see why on the last Mon. And I'll kind of sort of tie that in later. So because if I can do 82% with a Grass Knot, it's an easy KO with the last Mon that I'm going to go over. But U-turn there to gain initiative. It also hits Starmie super effectively, but he'll be bringing a Starmie that's faster than me, so I'm not super worried about that. Mach Punch for Stoutland, because in the sand with Iron Fist and Life Orb, it does a shit ton of damage. Close Combat, because it does a shit ton of damage to Rotom, Entei, Cobalion, Stoutland, basically everything that isn't named Starmie. Very simple. Max speed, so I can potentially speed tie with a Cobalion if he decides to bring it. I don't think he will, but gotta have it just in case. I don't want to leave it up to chance, because if he likes to speed creep, he'll realize that he shouldn't be speed creeping me anyway, because I can one-shot it with a close combat, so I need to just make sure that I have the max speed so I can guarantee the speed. But that's basically it on Infernape. Just the 76 special attack EVs are very key, because I wanted to do 82% exactly to the Hippowdon. That's basically it. So the next mon that I am bringing is actually Flygon. Now, the 148 speed allows me to outspeed his entire team with a choice scarf. It also allows me to outspeed base. What does he have on his team? I think it was like base 80s with a choice scarf. Yeah, Reuniclus with a choice scarf, Entei with Adamant Entei with a choice scarf. There was some stuff like that I wanted to outspeed, but U-turn, Earthquake, Outrage, Defog, 108 in HP, max attack. U-turn. That's basically what Flygon does best. Is it U-turns? I'm not stupid. I realize that's what it does best. It gains momentum. However, whenever you look at it, his team does not like taking U-turn. He has Mega Gardevoir, which doesn't appreciate it, Starmie, which doesn't appreciate it, and I outspeed it unless he's Choice Scarf, which Choice Scarf Starmie loses a lot of power, which I don't think he'll bring. Reuniclus does not appreciate it, Entei does not appreciate the Earthquake, Cobalion does not appreciate the Earthquake, and once Mega Gardevoir goes down, nothing on his team likes Outrages aside from Cobalion, which does not like Earthquakes, so this thing becomes very hard for him to switch into once Mega Gardevoir goes down and I want to spam Outrage. Golbat, if he is at like 60%, closer to like 70%, Outrage kills it anyway. If he thinks that he can switch into it, he can't. It kills it. It's a 2-hit KO, but it kills it, and that's what matters. Snorlax does not appreciate Outrages because its physical defense is like base 65, so that's cool. But basically, this thing is there to gain momentum, get some good chip damage off on the Starmie and the Gardevoir, and hopefully get a late game sweep with Outrage. That's very possible. Do I think it'll happen this game? No, I think that I have another. I think my Infernape is more of a win condition, and my last two mons are kind of a massive win condition too. But Flygon can do a lot of work this match. It's kind of cool, honestly, that he doesn't have the best resistances to Earthquake because they're weak to U-turn. So that's cool. And let's go ahead and just move on to the next match because Flygon doesn't really have that much to talk about. It's there to hopefully get off some good chip damage and maybe get a late game sweep. The next mon that I have decided to bring is Amoonguss. This set is crazy. I'm running the Pyapa Berry with a Regenerator because Regenerator is really cool. I haven't gone over the abilities, but they're basically self-explanatory. Don't really need to go over them. Sludge Bomb, Hidden Power Fire, Spore, and Giga Drain. The Hidden Power Fire is there just for Cobalion. I don't want to be up against a Cobalion just in case, but this thing kind of sort of walls it anyway, and be like, holy shit, I can't touch this thing. So let's bring in Power Fire just in case. I didn't need a fourth move, so I was like, perfect. Spore is there because his one grass type does not like Sludge Bombs because it's not grass poison type. That's why I like Amoonguss. Giga Drain is there because it does a shit ton to Hippowdon, to Starmie, to, let me get his team back open, Starmie, Entei, no, Sludge Bomb does a lot to Entei, Hippowdon for Giga Drain, Hidden Power Fire for Cobalion, Hidden Power Fire for Rotom, Golbat can kind of sort of wall me, but I can put it to sleep, which is nice, I can put Snorlax to sleep, which is nice, Poliwrath does not like Giga Drain, Stalin does not like any moves that can come this thing's way from Amoonguss. I worded that really stupidly, I apologize. And Spinda does not like it because Spinda's kind of sort of frail. But this thing is awesome. Now, the EV spread. 252 defense, bold nature. The reason why I'm going max defense is because of the Pyapa Berry. What that allows me to do is that allows me to live a +2 Psy Shock from a Mega Gardevoir. If I somehow let him get up Calm Minds, which with this team, he won't have much opportunity to set up a sub and Calm Mind, even with my last mon. And I can, if he does not have any Calm Minds up, The Sludge Bomb does about 64% because I'm max special attack. I almost said modest, I'm bold. But yeah, that's Sludge Bomb just does a whole lot of damage. It puts it in range of U-turns from Infernape and Aqua Jets from Azumarill. It does a shit ton of damage. I'm so happy to be using this one specific item. I like berries now. I used to hate them, but I'm starting to really enjoy using them, which is kind of started showing that I'm growing as a battler, which really makes me happy. But Sludge Bomb, Hidden Power Fire, Spore, Giga Drain, it basically just hits a lot of his team super effectively or very hard. He cannot 1v1 this thing with his Mega Gardevoir. If his Mega Gardevoir, if it goes for a substitute as I go for Sludge Bomb, then I'm not going to go for Spore on the Mega Gardevoir. I cannot give it a free substitute. No matter what, if the Mega Gardevoir comes in, I have to attack it. If the Snorlax is in, I have to attack it. I cannot let them set up no matter what. It's just, I can't do it. So if he goes for a sub, I'm going to instantly go for a Sludge Bomb, break the sub, and then the next turn I'm hoping he'll go for a Psyshock because he thinks it can kill me. It does not kill me. It does about 60% maximum. It all depends on his spread, if he's modest and whatnot. And then I can just nuke it with a Sludge Bomb, which is always nice. But that's Amoonguss. It's very interesting. I'm really digging the set. I'm really happy. I'm really happy with this. I thought a lot about this set. The reason why I'm running max defense over max HP, max defense is actually bulkier for Psyshock than max HP. Believe it or not, it's just the way the spreads work, which makes me really happy. I like it a lot more than I should, but I love Amoonguss. I'm also running 4 speed EVs. Don't really matter because I'm running Hidden Power Fire, but if something else is running a Hidden Power whatever, and they speed creep this, and they have a minus, if they have 30 speed IVs, I don't know. It won't come in. It won't come in handy. I should probably put it in like special defense. It's 4 EVs. I'm not that worried about it. I'll probably put it in special defense though, just because, you know, it'll bother me. But let's go ahead and move on to the last mon that is my dedicated lead no matter what. And that is Alomomola. Now, I'm running 148 HP, 100 defense, 252 into special defense, and that is basically the general idea because the last like couple EVs don't really matter too much with Alomomola because it's mainly there just to soak up hits. Now, the reason why this is my dedicated lead, he has 2 leads I can see him doing. He can either lead with Hippowdon, get up rocks, and try to Earthquake, and Roar, and Whirlwind, and shit like that, which that's why I'm running Magic Coat. I'm going to bounce his rocks back. Or he's going to lead off with his Rotom-Mow. Rotom-Mow cannot one-shot Alomomola with anything unless he is Modest Choice Scarf. And if he's Modest Choice Scarf, he will OHKO me and I will realize it right away. But since he can't OHKO me, I'm going to Mirror Coat it, and whatever comes in, whether it be the Rotom-Mow, the Mega Gardevoir thinking he can set up on me, or the Snorlax, it's going to die to a Mirror Coat. Because if he Volt Switches, something dies. If he Leaf Storms, Rotom-Mow dies. If he Thunderbolts, Rotom-Mow dies. That's the awesome thing about this. Knockoff. If he decides to lead off with Hippowdon, I'm going to Magic Coat, bounce his rocks back, knock off his item, and then Waterfall. That puts him at about 82%. Remember why I said 82% for Grass Knot was important? That's why. Because it just straight up one-shots it after this turn of events. I'm hoping that that's how it's going to play out. I really think it will, but if it doesn't, I'm okay with that. I have other ways of taking out Hippowdon with Azumarill, but that's awesome. Being able to knock off things like Starmie, because Starmie can't OHKO me with anything, that's really nice as well. Getting rid of the potential Life Orb leftovers, whatever. Being able to knock off, say, the Golbat's Eviolite, that's really important. This thing is amazing this match. Also, Waterfall always breaks a substitute on a Mega Gardevoir unless he is max HP, max defense. Which he won't be. He's going to be set up. He's going to be sub Calm Mind. I've already kind of sort of accepted the fact I don't think he should be, because if you think about it realistically, I have a Fortress, and that means he would have to run Hyper Voice for Umbreon, he would have to run Psyshock for Amoonguss, and you would have to run Hidden Power Fire for Fortress. So that's 3 attacks, so if he's sub Calm Mind, he's missing out on one of them walls it, and there you go. Granted, Fortress isn't the best wall for it, but whatever. But that is this thing's goal. Get up rocks, knock off Waterfall, or Mirror Coat. Instant lead, definitely my lead, no matter what. I'm pumped to use this thing. But that is about all of the team builder, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like down below. Also make sure to leave a comment down below what you think of the team. If you think I'm prepped a pretty decent team, I think I did. And I will hopefully see you guys in the battle that will be going up on the 6th, which is Saturday. So, I will see you guys then. Have yourselves an absolutely fantastic day. Bye.